everyone, welcome back to my DIY Home with Liz. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 easy ways to reduce waste and live a more green life. Just recently, I've really started to consider things that I'm wasting on a regular basis and figuring out ways that I can swap in things that are reusable. I'm not perfect by any means and I'm not an expert on this, but I felt like over the course of this last year, I've definitely added in some different things that I really want to share with you, and I think they're things that you could do easily in your home, and it's going to really help to reduce your waste. I was really excited to partner with today's sponsor, Arctic E-commerce. They have this great new product, and basically what it is it's beeswax food wraps, and then they also have mesh produce bags as well. I'm going to start by showing you the beeswax food wrappers, and you may think, okay, how is this going to keep me more green? Well, you know, all of that plastic wrap and cling wrap that we use to cover our bowls and our produce, you don't need any of that. These beeswax wraps will last between 150 and 250 washes. So you literally can wrap your produce or anything in these wrappers and then just rinse it out, let it dry, and reuse it. I love this. I think it's such a great concept. So in the set that I have, it comes with 3 different sizes. You have like a large, a medium, and a small one. I think that the smaller one is great for kids' lunches. You could put apples or pears or something in there and then just wrap it up and send it with your kids. The other ones would be great for putting around bowls, or if you had something larger, you could always wrap it up in there as well. Like the uses for these are endless. So the way these work is they are activated by your own body heat. So what you want to do is just hold them in your hand for a few seconds, and then the warmth of your hand will activate them. Then you just put in your produce or whatever you want to wrap and then just hold it together. And if you're having trouble getting them to stay together, I just take 2 ends and push it together, and my body temperature will hold it together in place. And I think these are great. Then when you're done using them, just rinse them under cold water and then lay them out to dry. That's all you have to do. And think about the amount of waste that you're saving by using these. I'm not sure about you guys, if you guys live in an area of the country where you have to bring your own grocery sacks with you. One of the stores that I go to, I know you have to bring your own grocery sacks. But one thing that I was always really bad about was bringing the mesh produce bags too. I just cringe when I see all the different plastic sacks that people get for their produce, and you don't need those. So just throw these produce bags into your shopping bags, and then when you get to the produce section, you can just throw them into these bags. These are reusable as well. If you need to wash them, all you do is hand wash them, lay them out to dry, and reuse them. So these are great products for reusing. They have these cute little drawstrings on them so that your produce will stay in there. So I think this set is really great. I will link below where you can pick up this set, and I will also link any other products that I'm talking about in this video. The next thing that I use to really help reduce waste is cloth napkins. I started using cloth napkins for everything, our dinner time, back in November, and it's made a big difference. Now my kids don't even, remember that we use paper napkins. And what I love about the cloth napkins is, at first my husband thought, well, won't that, create more of a water bill because we're doing more laundry? But honestly, most of the cloth napkins I can throw into my normal laundry, or I may have 1 load of rags at the end of the week, but it's really not creating that much more laundry for us. So I picked up a set of these navy cloth napkins on Amazon, and they're pretty large, and they're kind of that sheen material so they don't get wrinkles in them. and I got them in dark just because I thought with kids and stains that navy color was a good idea. They actually have these in several colors, and I can't even remember how many were in the set. It was at least 10 or 12. So I got these, and these really work for us. I don't seem to need any more than these. So once we switched to those, my mom was nice enough to make some really cute cloth napkins for my girls to take in their lunch boxes. And she made these just out of some fleece that she had on hand, and she just stitched along the edge of these. How cute are these? And then I just fold them up into fours, and I put them in my kids' lunch boxes, and they know to bring them back at the end of the day. So cloth napkins is just an easy switch you can do. I would recommend in your laundry room keeping some sort of bin. This is from IKEA, and this just sits out on our mudroom shelf, and the kids know this is where we throw any rags, cloth napkins, things that I need to wash. And then whenever I'm doing a load of laundry, I can just throw it in with that. So I would keep something like this either somewhere in your kitchen or in your laundry room. The next thing that we added, which was probably the hardest thing for my family to adjust to, was the bamboo napkins. I found this roll on Amazon, and basically it comes in one roll, and they're reusable, so you're able to wash them and reuse them. This was hard. I did have some guests that came over that threw them away at first. When people come to your house, you just need to let them know that these are reusable and you do wash them. But I was noticing that we were using a lot of paper towels. You know, people were using them to dry their hands. There was just a lot of things, and I thought, you know, we could make this reusable. I think now that we've adjusted to these, people like them more. And let me show you. Once they come off the roll, all I do is fold them up and put them in a drawer. These I've had, let's see, this is what they look like. I've had them probably 4 months now, and you know, they look like I only use them for food related items. These have been really great, and I feel like they've held up. I think the package says that they're supposed to last for 6 months. So I just recently ordered another roll of them, but if you think about how many rolls of paper towels you go through, switching to something like this is an easy switch and definitely worth trying. The next item that I'm sure most of you are probably incorporating into your lifestyle is reusable water bottles. These are the kind that my kids like to use. We use this one for sporting events. I really like these metal ones. I think they're fun to drink out of, and they keep the water nice and cold. Now, most of you are probably doing that, but you may not be incorporating reusable straws. I know that I was guilty of using disposable straws. I decided that I needed to pick up some reusable straws that we could start incorporating. So I have this nice little glass thing. This is from IKEA. It's only a couple of dollars, but it keeps all of our straws in here. And then the first ones I got were these long ones, which I really like, but my problem with these is they don't fit in these water bottles that I like. So then I ordered these shorter reusable ones off of Amazon, and these will fit nicely into here. So if you're somebody who likes straws, play around with the different ones. I know these are plastic, and some people will say, well, those aren't as good, but I feel like, well, yes, but I'm reusing them, so it's better than the disposable kind. They also sell them in like an aluminum, and there's a bunch of different kinds, but for me, I felt like this was the kind I like the best. I feel like most of the items that I'm showing you guys are kitchen items, but when you really think about it, a lot of what we, are disposing of is kitchen things. I will tell you that this next item I'm really struggling to integrate, but I do use it some. So the next item that I have are reusable, these are called Easy Seal Ziploc baggies, and these are the kind, they're kind of like a harder plastic, they're BPA free, food safe. and I'll link below the ones that I picked up. But basically you can put snacks in them and then, you know, just rinse them out and be done with it. It comes with a couple of big ones, and then I have these smaller ones. My problem is I find that with taking snacks to school, I don't have enough of them to just use these. I also find that I don't really like putting things that are going to get it gross in here. I prefer putting things that are like goldfish, popcorn, things like that. So we do use these, but I will say I'm still using Ziplocs. Okay, so this next reusable item I think is really easy to integrate into your household. So if you guys are coffee drinkers and you're not doing like the Keurig and you just use a regular coffee pot, you need to get yourself a reusable coffee filter. I was able to pick this one up on Amazon for a couple of dollars that fits into our coffee pot. But it's so easy. You just can use it, dump it out, rinse it out, and reuse it. It gets a little bit of stain on it, but it's so much easier. And I find that these are actually easier than the paper filters. But that way you don't have that waste of the paper filter. You just have these. So let me know below if you guys are already using one of these coffee filters for your coffee pot. Okay, so let's move into the bathroom area now that I've showed you several things that you can use in the kitchen. So the first thing when I saw this, I was really blown away. I couldn't even believe this existed, but they are bamboo toothbrushes. And you guys may be thinking like, what in the world? But a regular toothbrush, the plastic on it it does not biodegrade, and so the bamboo is going to break down and it's going to be a lot more biodegradable. When you think about all the toothbrushes that we use in our lifetime and those are just sitting in a landfill, these are so much better for the environment. I wanted to show you guys kind of what they look like. They have charcoal bristles, and then the toothbrush part is actually bamboo. This took me a while to get used to, but I will say I do feel happy that it's better for the environment. So you guys may want to try these out. I know it's a little bit different, but it's worth trying. So the next thing that I've been enjoying in my bathroom are cotton pads. And these are reusable. They're made out of like a terry cloth material, but I use these for removing makeup and my eye makeup at night. And before, I was buying those reusable pads that they sell at CVS and throwing them away and just creating waste. So now I can use these, and then I just put them in a mesh bag, and then I can wash them in the washing machine with my whites. And they clean up really nicely, and they've held up really well too. I've probably washed them several times, and I think that they're in pretty good shape. You could always bleach them if they started to get a lot of makeup on them, but I haven't really had that problem with any of them. And you know, I think sometimes if we just think about it for a second and look at what we're wasting, we can come up with something we can use in its place that's reusable. So I hope that I was able to give you guys some good ideas that you could implement. I know there's a ton of stuff I'm not doing, so please leave me in the comments your suggestions of ways that you reduce waste and reuse items. So I'd love to hear your suggestions. Have you guys checked out my latest Dollar Tree DIY video? If not, I'm gonna link it right here so you guys can go watch that video next. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!